my dear Pisces. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of October with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for September because that's the energy right now, and this will be the prediction for October. So due to illness, I have spread these readings over 2 weeks, and this is the other half of the readings from last week. So I will start reading your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot by Roberto De Angelis. So when I open, when I start reading for you here about your situation, I see the 10 of Swords. So you have gone through some kind of breakup or some kind of ending, something that didn't work out, and you didn't want to put more energy into it. And it seems to be the situation of this relationship that for some reason this relationship has ended, or it feels as if it's about to end because of the things that's going on inside this relationship. And this is your view on this other person, what's on your mind about this situation, and what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And we see the 6 of Swords here. So I'm seeing that you're moving on from this relationship, and that you would want to come to a place where the divine and the world and the universe would offer you better options. I'm seeing you're solution oriented, so that's a very good thing. Okay. So this is what's on the other person's mind about you, and we have Justice in the reversed. So they feel unfairly treated by you or abandoned by you. They feel as you didn't see the truth about them or the situation, that you had faulty assumptions, and that you jumped to conclusions that from their perspective wasn't truthful. But it's also they don't want to apologize, or they don't want to fix this at this point. So we'll see the bond between you two. And here we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, seeing your feelings in this situation, the Page of Cups. Okay, so I felt the King of Wands coming from the Justice card here, where the person is kind of monitoring your every movement. And I think they might be a little bit jealous about what's going on in your life, and being scared that you will move on and find someone new. So we can see this person is leaning forward, so they're really interested in what you are doing here. Okay. And this is their feelings compared to your feelings here. So we can see judgment. They have judgment and justice. So I'm getting the sense that they feel that you're acting childish in the situation, and that you are giving up something that from their point of view you shouldn't give it up. You should work on it harder, or put in your effort into this situation. They pretty much want you back. That's what I'm seeing with the judgment, like the Dead rising. This is a minor arcana death card. And here the Dead is rising, so the relationship is rising again. So they would want that to happen, but they feel that they have lost control over you, or that you do whatever you want. And this is currently moving away from them, and probably wanting something new with someone else romantically. This is a romantic situation. If it's a family or friendship relationship situation, is mostly as you take your energy and try to put it in some other situation that aren't as complicated or hard. And this is your feelings, and we have this is your behaviors and attitudes. Sorry, still not being really well. So these are your behaviors and attitudes, and we have the Emperor. So we can see that you're set in your ways. You're not going to budge just because this person wants you to. Both these are fire energy, so we can see that you're pretty much in the same position. Neither wants to yield or budge or give in. Both people are convinced that they are right, and that the other person should follow their lead. Okay, So this is their behaviors and attitudes, and we have the Hangman here. So 11 Justice, 12 the Hangman. So I will actually take clarification for that with the Brutally Honest Oracle card to see what it is that they are doing and trying to communicate here. So I have father issues, and I am scared of showing vulnerability. I was scared of trusting you. So it seems like you had some kind of ultimatum for this relationship not to end, and you probably wanted them to show vulnerability, trust you, to open their heart, and to maybe come down from their high horse a little bit, to not have to be the one calling the shots, being in control. But you wanted them to be a little bit more like big-eared, like being able to listen to you, to open their heart, show vulnerability, to talk about what's inside, things like this, like the more softer qualities. But this person have probably learned to be a hard ass, maybe by their father, and so they have learned that showing vulnerability is a bad thing, and trusting other people is a bad thing, that you're supposed to be a warrior and, you know, crack skulls wherever you go. So this with being like opening up and telling, oh, I'm hurting, or I feel like this, or I got humiliated last night when you said this in front of our friends, or yada yada, whatever. So the person have a hard time doing that, so instead they might take revenge on you and do like the same thing towards you the next time you are with friends, or so it just escalates and become a war, a tug of war, and this is probably what ended this relationship. So I'll also check from your point of view this. I will come back for you, you say, and I miss you more than I want to admit. I played you. Okay, so I think you have not been particularly sincere with wanting to move on. You probably just wanted the other person to yield and to, you know, give up their guns and become more human-like and more open-hearted. So it seems as if you have a plan to, you know, make them miss you and make them change their mind and stop being such a hard ass, start to be able to open their heart and show this vulnerability that they are scared of showing. So you're playing a little bit of a game here, but with high stakes, I guess, if we really love the person. But maybe I haven't been in this relationship, so maybe it's the only way to make them budge, as I saw them taking revenge on you if you did something that hurt them instead of communicating this. Maybe that's the only language they will understand, that you are actually, you're doing it with action instead of words, because maybe words didn't help and you weren't able to come close to them or make them understand you with your words, and trying to change the relationship from a grown-up perspective with trying to communicate and make things better. So instead, it seems like you are taking a little bit like revenge. It's not revenge per se, but it's you playing a game to make them miss you, so that they will change their ways. But we can see you're suffering from this as well, but you miss them more than you want to admit. But in here, I'm feeling you are much more stable, actually, than this side of the equation. They are much more convinced that they are right and that you need to budge and change your ways, and they are waiting for you to do that. They don't want to change, so they don't want to budge, you don't want to budge, no one wants to budge. So we'll see the outcome here, and we have the Magician. So that is you playing this game here. So we'll see their intentions, if there's any like soft spot or opening in their armor here. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, wants to date. So it seems like on a very simple level, I like you. So maybe that is the only thing that they can admit to themselves in their head, that they like you. And that might be a big part of why they can't show true vulnerability, because if they are not convinced that they love you to the moon and back, maybe the relationship isn't worth showing that much of yourself. So it's also a level of investment that it feels like they haven't invested themselves fully in you. They haven't really trusted you 100% and giving themselves to you. So when we are in a love relationship, we tend to give ourselves to the other person and create like a third thing, which is the relationship that gets its own identity. But I don't see that this relationship has gotten its own identity. It's like this person, yeah, I like you, so I'm being with you as long as I feel in the mood for it. So it's not that deep, it feels. So from your point of view then, self-indulgence, focus on self-work, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. So that's probably what makes your line here so strong, that you're focusing on yourself and your own growth and like your self-respect and things like that. So I think that's good and that's necessary. And I'm actually agreeing with you that this person either needs to open up more or you need to leave them in the backwater, because since they are not really investing themselves. When I shuffle the cards, I saw a lot with the star card and their loss of hope and things like that. So on a soul level, they are invested, but on a human ego level, they are not investing themselves. So that comes with consequences. So this is the outcome from a divine perspective. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So when we fall in love, we usually fall in love with our patterns, our karma, our trauma, our drama. So it's not the best way to get a partner. So probably that is what the divine is saying, that if you want to exchange this partner for another partner, you might not want to go with like the person that makes you feel very attracted to them, because that's can point to like your old wounding or your old trauma. You might want to go for something that's a little bit more logic. Of course, the person still needs to be like smelling good, being attractive, nice to talk to, having like the tons of fun with them. But if you don't get that loving feeling immediately, I wouldn't be too scared, okay? It usually comes with more intimacy anyway. So, but immediate attraction might make you caught in this karmic situation, which I'm seeing here that you're involved with this person, and then it will repeat just with another person. So if you really are serious about wanting to have more harmony in your relationship, you shouldn't go for the person that you're most attracted to, but actually go for someone that you get to know them before you throw your heart in their lap. Okay, this person never threw their heart in your lap. And maybe that's what you need to learn from this, to be a little bit more logic, like get a little bit more, be a little bit more non-trusting in situations, and see that a person is checking a lot of boxes. Not all of them, because no one is perfect, and there will be some red flags, but you need to know what's a deal breaker and what isn't. Okay. As an extended member, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal questions readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. If you're not a member to the channel, you can watch the reading Their True Thoughts and Feelings to get more information about this situation, or the what do they want to happen between you two, to learn more. At my first channel page, you will find a playlist for your astrological sign, where you can watch all the latest readings for your specific sign in one single playlist. On the end screen, you will see the link to that playlist, so go and check it out. Thank you for watching, and take really good care until next time, and bye for now.